them trying to get to the party, and one of the kids ends up with a couple of cops giving him a ride. They start going shooting out lights and crap. What the hell is the name of that?
Do you remember the Porky series?
Yeah.
Do you remember Mark Harrier?
Yeah, I remember seeing him in it.
Yeah.
The second one, I think. Or no, he was in
the
first.
entire series.
Oh, he was in the entire series, huh? Did he say what's her name was good looking, or have you seen him since then?
I never talked to him about it. I saw him at a class reunion and we're Facebook friends, but issues never come up.
Yeah, it was the big gal that they were going after in Porky's, I think, out at the whorehouse.
The big gal?
The popular one.
Oh.
Because she was pretty good looking.
Kim Cattrall's getting pretty old now.
Yeah.
Well, before that movie ended, they ran out of money. And so rather than pay him the salaries that they paid him, they promised him for a percentage of the take. Well, then it was a tremendous hit, so he made a fortune off that. Yeah, he really made a lot of money.
He's probably still making money off of the 10.
Yep.
Who?
The guy from Lompoc, Mark Harrier, have you ever heard of him?
No.
Well, he was, in high school, he was Jeffrey Combs' best buddy. See, Jeffrey Combs went on to be pretty famous in the movie business.
Yeah, he's still doing stuff once in a while, isn't he? I think I just saw him on something.
Well, I remember when I saw him on Deep Space Nine. I said, "Gosh,
Yeah.
that guy looks really familiar," and it was him. But they had him all made up as some kind of a weird alien.
The funny thing about Deep Space Nine, when they had the pilot come out, they were doing bar scene, and the waitress was an alien, so she had some weird face or whatnot, but her bra only covered the top half of her boobs, and the bottom half was, just hanging out like boobs.
Oh, I remember that.
Great look.
Yeah, I remember that.
I saw a gal one day in Sacramento at some bike shop had an opening, and not the grand opening or some party, and anyway, the owner's wife came out like that. That's a great look.
Yeah, the only problem with that is if they bounce a little too much, they'll all fall out the bottom. Nothing.
Well, they were already out the bottom.
Yeah, but I mean, they'll completely fall out, I would guess.
Yeah, they didn't do that, or at least she didn't, but it was a great look, and it's hard to look away from it.
Yeah.
One of those where you...
Yeah.
It makes you want to go have a glass of milk, doesn't it?
I don't think it did that to me. I never saw that again on Deep Space Nine, though.
I wish they'd bring that back in high definition. They brought one of them back in high definition, but Deep Space Nine was so neat because the sets, and Voyager, the sets, I mean, you go in one of the bedrooms in one of those places and they're really fixed up neat. You think, gee, I'd like to copy that in my house.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I just remember all the great sets they had. And some pretty good stories.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I was surprised it didn't last that long, because wasn't everybody from the other shows coming there, or not? It was one of the other shows came into that set, I don't remember.
I don't know. Well, every one of those has their own crew and everybody that...
But I think one of the Star Trek series, they would dock there at the same time.
I don't know.
I don't remember positively.
Well, this is what everybody's doing after Thanksgiving. Bob's sitting there. Daryl's sitting there. Mom's sitting there. But you can't see her. She's always too bright. The window's always too bright.
Yeah.
That's too bright.
I've never been accused
Close
of.
the,
My camera thinks I want to take a picture of the window, so it
close the bright.
makes it
Close
really.
the blinds behind you. Just
You've
pull
got to
it
learn to deal with blinds.
right there, just turn that. There you go. Yeah, you can see her.
That's better. That's what my mother's doing. Daryl and Bob sitting in the dark. It's too dark in here. Now you take a picture of me.
Yeah.
So we can sign here too. All my videos, I'm just talking, I'm not in them.
See, that's too dark also. Let me move over here. Sit down there.
What?
Yeah, now I can see.
Probably need the blinds open now.
That's perfect right there.
Yeah, that's what I look like.
There you go.
Pretty one exciting family. It's man, it's the epitome of excitement here.
How old are you now? 65?
Yeah.
Mom told me last night that she was my age when she retired. Well, I'm not ready to retire yet.
She was.
Yeah, I bet she was. She actually had to work for a living. Well, she's a kid. She had to walk 5 miles through the snow to get to school.
Uphill both ways.
That's right, uphill both ways.
You've never heard that before.
No.
I hadn't thought of that.
That came from my dad years ago.
Oh yeah.
That's what he used to talk about in Colorado. He lived in Colorado when he was growing up, you know, when he came over from Scotland.
Yeah.
And it snows good there, you know, and the wind blows a lot. So it was windy snow, going to school, walking 5 miles to school, uphill both ways.
What town was he in?
Hmm?
What town was he in?
Trinidad, I think.
Okay.
Trinidad? That's in Scotland now?
No, that's in Colorado.
Oh.
I lived in Boulder for a summer. It was pretty nice there in the summertime.
I worked there for a couple weeks.
Really?
Yeah, that's a company Russ Black worked at. Went out there to do AutoCAD work for a couple weeks. That was interesting. It was all snowy and just right outside of Boulder in Longmont.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah, didn't I visit you in Boulder, or was that when
You and I
were-
drove through there in
We drove through.
1978 and stayed overnight.
Yeah, that was a gorgeous town.
Very nice town.
And then it had the flat irons or whatever right at the edge of town. That was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Isn't everybody supposed to sit on the same couch? So then that makes the video a lot easier to do.
No.
We don't care. Your
Yeah.
video's not gonna.
Well, this isn't such a neat video now, but one of these days
Yeah.
we're all going to be really young in this video.
When we're in court deciding something.
In court?
Yeah. You'll have to bring that to show the judge something.
We're all sound of mind.
Yeah. Yeah, you're Daryl when he could speak English. That was just pig Latin.
Well, the albums in there are the same way. You go back to them and look, and everybody's young.
Yeah, they get younger every year.
Yeah.
I finally realized that a couple months ago. That, you know, looking back on my videos,
Yeah.
I got a picture of Rick. When I first got my video camera, he was out in my backyard, so I said, let's try out my video camera. Not this one, but the one before. And then he just talked for 5 minutes or so, you know, and I got a nice video of it. But now I play it back, and it was like 1995. He just, you know, like he's 20 years old or something. You know, he just a little kid.
Yeah, when
So-
he was going through town with his girlfriend. And then went up to the U2 concert in San Francisco.
Who, Rick?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I remember when he was in
His only
town.
girlfriend is the gal he's married to now.
Oh, really?
He didn't do any dating.
Well, he was born in '67, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He met one girl, married her, and that was that.
So,
yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she went back east with him?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, he went back with, no, he joined the Army.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then when they moved back to the United States, they moved to Pennsylvania because that's where her parents were.
Mm.
And after Pennsylvania, he went to college there, and then he moved out. I don't know why he moved out, but he moved back to Las Vegas because Shirley lived there.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
And then he started a church, and that's what he's been doing ever since. He started out doing AutoCAD for a few years, but then all of a sudden he decided to be a pastor, joined the church and started his own church. And
Yeah, that's proof that I'm in a coma now.
Yeah, a reverend by the name of Vogt, there's got to be something wrong with that. Those two words are diametrically opposed.
hmm.
I remember Bullard when he was there with us one summer. Remember when he won that bicycle?
No, I don't remember anything.
Maybe you're in a coma.
It was a radio program, and you called in for, was it a question answer thing that he was on? And he was on the phone, and he just happened to, he'd get on there and he would ring and ring and ring and ring.
Yeah, I did
Trying to
that
get
out
into
there
a
too.
Radio program, and he got in there one time and answered the question right, and he won a bicycle. I was at work, he was home with you. And boy, he was just chomping at the bit for me to come home so he could run down there with a pickup and get that bicycle, but it was closed.
Yeah, I had a,
I could hardly get the pickup shut off when I got home. He was ready to go.
Yeah, Daryl used to always call in and win things on those.
yeah, my roommate in college did that, and that's where I learned it from him, and we were competing against each other. I'd have to run across to the supermarket to use the phone on the outside because it was his hour to use the phone on the inside, but I did all my Christmas shopping that year by winning prizes on the game shows.
Yeah. Remember, I got a big aluminum bird.
Yeah, I think Ron wanted that.
Hmm.
He got something too, I don't remember.
He probably talked me out of it somehow.
I think so. His parents had actually went on to Let's Make a Deal. And I don't remember if they won, but that's where he got it.
Hmm.
I was watching one of those game shows one time, and a friend of mine from the Marine Corps was on there. I hadn't seen him since I got out of the Marine Corps, and there he was on TV on a game show. I thought that was pretty funny.